Hi everyone, hope you all have been doing well. Changing the format of this video a little bit this time. Just doing it indoor for this one, and just wanted to share with you a few things that I have been doing. And I have my alarm set on the iPad as I am brewing a tea, dandelion tea. And I thought I'll just have it out here so when it's done I can just oh phone's off now. Just brew my tea while making this video. So who else like the dandelion tea? I drink it a few times a week, and I like to brew it this way instead of using the bag. Tastes like coffee. I don't drink coffee. So I'll wait for it to cool down, then I'll drink it. But anyhow, these are roses that I cut from the garden yesterday, and you saw in the video of Bathsheba rose. So the blooms are still looking really, really nice. The colors are so beautiful. The blooms are smaller in the summertime, but still so pretty. And these are a combination of all other roses. That one is top cream. That pretty and unique. And my husband just woke up, so he's making coffee, which you may hear the sound in the background. But anyhow, as the video title indicates, talk about journaling and writing out when feeling stress, anxiety, confusion, frustration, whatever. You can just write your heart out, right? So wanted to talk about that, which I mentioned briefly in the previous video of feeling those kinds of emotions. And another thing that I do, in addition to going out to the garden to get fresh air, to do the grounding techniques, like to get your feet onto the grass, get sunshine, to be out in an open space. Another thing that has been helping is also doing journaling, and I never really liked to journal at all my whole life. I used to do like diary when I was younger, just write kind of not daily though, maybe from time to time I would write things down, but then I stopped that for over 10 or 20 years, and I never really go back to write until maybe last year. Yeah, last year, right? Um, then I picked up the doing like journaling again because I watch on YouTube about the benefits of writing down your thoughts and your feelings. And also, I think it started out with doing the gratitude practice where you, before like each night or at the end of each day, write down 3 things that you're grateful for that day. So we started out with that 2 years ago when we, as a family, we went through something really challenging, that's when we started that practice of gratitude to write down. I think we start out with 3 things each each day, and then we increase to 5 things. And it's something that try to be consistent with. So that was really good, and that's where it got me started to write more. Then I start getting notebooks and journal. I don't remember which one that I start out with, but I have been writing a whole lot. Like it can be like my checklist and things, and just writing down, whatever the ups and downs, the good and bad, whatever in life for the past. I would say it has been several months now. It may be maybe I would say a minimum of 6 months. And there's another journal that I completely filled up with all my thoughts, my feelings, and everything in there, that I think I should go back and read it to see where I was at that point. So my experience with writing down, my cat's visiting. My experience with writing down, and from someone who doesn't really like to write, um, I prefer typing, but writing's not something that I really wanted to do. But after doing that for a few months, I think it has helped as far as understanding my thinking patterns, because you tend to think the same way without realizing it. Although sometimes you think that you try to think or do something different, you go back to the same thoughts and feeling again. Um, so it's an interesting way to observe your thoughts and behaviors, what you're worried about all the time. What difference have you made? Have you tried to make in order to get out of the situation? So it's kind of interesting that way to look back at your own pattern of living in general, I guess, through your journal. So if you have not done that, I highly recommend. It doesn't have to be long. Just write down. You can start out with what you are grateful for each day. It can be 3 things a day, and then you go from there. And then you may feel then a desire to write more as well. So other than observing and understanding your own thoughts, another thing is like a form to just release whatever you have on your mind, because sometimes if you don't feel like talking to your friends or family about certain things, you can just write down in the notebooks, and that is quite therapeutic. It can be your worst fear, your worst worry, your dark side. I think all of us do. We have things that we know um, that is not very healthy, yet we still do it anyway. But we don't want to talk to other people with the fear of being judged. We even sometimes judge ourselves, right? What I said earlier is like judge myself for certain behaviors or things as well. So writing is also a safe way that you can release or get those things out without feeling judgmental. So it is quite um, helpful. And you can find like notebooks or notebooks that has inspiring message. Like this one is say amazing thing. Where I say will happen is kind of hard to read. Amazing things will happen. So I have like inks and pens all over this one. I think I use this one for my business to write down my to-do list. This one also a combination of to-do list, and then I can write a novel with this, really, right? And then this one, it just pretty much everything that I think I should go back and then read what I have on here. But anyhow, this morning kind of waking up, and today is August 3rd, right? So I woke up feeling kind of, I couldn't explain, I couldn't really tell at first why I felt um, anxious, but the quiet time that I spend, I try to wake up these days and not listen to anything, not look at the phone first thing, in order to spend that alone time with myself to understand what's, how I am feeling each day, what triggers I may have, what worries or stress that I experience. So I spend a few minutes just um, being quiet and try to understand where that feeling's coming from. So I think it came from looking at knowing that, okay, it's already August, right? So that means 7 months have passed and the year is almost over. So um, that feeling of time passing by and not feeling like I have accomplished much this year, that has created a lot of stress and anxiety, because you know how you feel like time is going by so fast, but you're not going where you want to go in your life. Um, and then you are just getting older. You know, those kinds of feelings and uh, frustration and fears that can really cause like um, stress and anxiety. So I think for me, that's where it came from this morning, just the fleeting of time, almost end of year. So that's where mine came from. So for you, if you wake up with not feeling like if you wake up feeling heavy, feeling uneasy, try to spend quiet time by yourself if you can. And if you have small children, I completely understand it's challenging, because I have a child as well, but she's older now. But when she's younger, that's challenging to have a quiet moment to yourself, to reflect, to sort out through things. But you can try and maybe after your kids go to bed or wake up a little earlier, just to have that quiet time for 5 minutes or 10 minutes if you can, to do like mental inventory, to check where you are, how you feel, where those feelings come from. I think it has helped once you understand where that can be coming from. Like this morning, once I kind of I was able to pinpoint where that comes from. I even like write down a chart right here, like okay, all these things I write in my language in Thai, and most for the other parts I write in English. So for that part, I just write, like 1, 2, 3, 4 things that cause me to feel stressed and anxious. And that helped me understand, okay, these 4 areas are something that see if I can work on to change the situation, to get myself to what you call, to a new, get myself from there, to move myself to different directions, so that they will not continue to stress me out. Or if I cannot change anything right now at this moment, what can I do, or how I can make peace with them, right? So I write those down, like 4 things on one side, what caused me to feel stressed, and then on the other side, write down, okay, what I can do to change my situation. And if there's nothing that I can change them right now, what I can do to make peace with them. And once I write those things down, I feel like those give me something to what you call, something for my mind to have clarity, some sort of clarity, at least for at this moment, instead of, okay, I feel so worried, I don't even know where they come from, I cannot pinpoint them, and I don't know where to go next. That drives me crazy most of the time, not knowing where to go. In life, often you will not know where to go. You don't always have that answer, right? But what you can do is moment by moment. And sometimes, I mean, there's absolutely nothing you can do, but just to be in the moment, let that time pass, and then go from there. So there are many, um, what you call, variables. Not always going to know everything, not knowing to know how things will turn out, where to go. But if there's, it's just the way our mind and our brain work, is it always wants to know what the next step is, where to go in order to feel safe. So when we are in the unknown, when we are navigating through life without having that clear map, and for a lot of people, and for me who live my life, like for the most part, um, always have the clear plans, always know where to go, that's when it causes a lot of stress and anxiety, and making peace with where I am right now, while not able to see ahead, like, 100% ahead where to go. And that's where I am trying to work on to make peace with that situation. So I think if you are in a similar situation, um, this video, I feel like it's all over the place, but it is very raw, um, in the moment kind of thing. So it may help you in some ways to know that you are not alone as far as not knowing where to go. I mean, I am 45. I turned 45 years old earlier this year. And there are times when I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. There are many worries, many things that I am worried about as far as, life and where to go next, and money, career, business, family, and all those things. So, um, trying to be in the present moment as much as I can. And then I want this video to be like, an interactive diary as well to document today, August the 3rd, 2024, and maybe months from now, years from now, when situations change, I can come back, look at it, and look, oh wow, how far I have come. So I hope this video may help you in some way. And if you have not started journaling, then maybe it's a good time to give it a try and see how that may help you. And I will see you next time in the next video, and that is going to be out in the garden next time. Hopefully, we'll see. But until then, have a blessed day and try to stay in the present moment. Do what you can at the time and be really gentle with yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.